Welcome to Style Masterclass, the podcast that teaches women to look stylish and feel confident so that they can show up ready to conquer and slay no matter what size they are. I'm your host, Miss J. You ready?
Welcome back to the Style Masterclass podcast, where we are talking style struggles. This series is ongoing. This series will be going for a while. So thank you so much to all of you who've contributed questions. You are a help to the community at large, because when you raise your hand to ask a question, you are not the only one who has, and everyone benefits from listening in on the answer. So if you have a friend, who's having some style struggles, write in for them, and then you can send them the podcast episode later. Like, subscribe, leave me a review if you feel so inclined, and then let's get going for today's question. Now, it wasn't so much a question as this particular phrase, deciding what I like. Sad face emoji, heart. So, dear friend, whoever you are who's having struggles with deciding what you like, I want to turn this on its head, and I want to invite you to decide with vehemence what you don't like. Sometimes it's so much easier to do that. And I'm going to give you an example from a real client. I'm working with a client who was very adamant that she didn't know what her style was, didn't know what she liked. It's been so long. She's been in a style rut. She doesn't even know anymore. She has a professional uniform. She has a very high up legal job, we'll just say. And she has been working in this capacity for a really long time, and she hit a groove. She's doing incredibly well professionally. She's doing so well in other areas of her life. And she was very, very clear that she really felt like she did not know what she likes, and she lost her style, all sense of it, somewhere along the way. And what was so fun is immediately we started pulling garments, and it was a lot of like hits and misses, and she just wasn't feeling it. And I had a call with her, and I said, we're going to stop this train. I'm not going to pull any more garments for you. Let's spend some time just sorting out what you like. Let's spend some time figuring out what it is you don't like. So we went through the things I had pulled for her, and I got her honest reactions. One of the things I said to her is, I need you to tell me honestly, I didn't make any of these clothes. It's not going to hurt my feelings. And it kind of freed her up to tell me the truth about how she was feeling about some of the garments. Here's what we discovered. She really does not like preppy looks. Like, preppiness is not her jam. Now, she's in a profession where there's a lot of preppy folks, and she goes to a lot of outings with a lot of preppy folks. So she's like inundated with this sense of style that she absolutely does not like. And I gave her the permission to just sort of say it out loud. And then it unlocked something. And she told me some stories about when she was younger and how she used to show up. And she was this like punk rock kid when she was younger. Like, there's this inner rocker chick. You would not know this, right? But there's this inner rocker chick in there. And I was like, oh, we got to let her out more often. And then I pulled garments for her in the second wave, and it was perfect, and we nailed it, and it was amazing. But we couldn't have gotten to that part, the juicy second part where we're like, oh, this is what you love, without first acknowledging what she absolutely did not like. And part of what I think is happening with a lot of us and a lot of my clients is they're not admitting to themselves even, or out loud for that matter, what it is they don't like, because they're thinking a few things. I think one, they're thinking, what does this mean about me if I don't like this? Two, what will people think if I start dressing so differently from how they're used to seeing me and how this particular community that I'm in dresses? And three, I think there's some fear about having to buy a bunch of new stuff once you've decided what you like, because you think it might be so far removed from who you already are. So let's take these each in turn. I think in terms of the first prong, I think it's important to note that, guess what? Guess what? You really, really do have a sense of style already. You really, really do know what you like. And it's important that somewhere along the way, you allow yourself the gift of just being honest with yourself. You won't be that different from who you already are. I promise you. I have styled thousands of women. I've coached thousands of women at this point. It's not so far removed. We probably already have glimpses of who you are and what you like. you're just squelching them because A, you're worried about being so different from the community that you're in. And what will they think about it? But you won't be ostracized. You won't be shunned for the most part, right? There's some religious communities where there's actual attire, and I'm not belittling that. But for most of us who dress in modern secular clothing, to just use that vernacular, there's not that actual real concern. It's everything that we think other people are thinking that only we're actually thinking. So if you want to decide what you like, I want you to be really honest about what you don't like and not make it mean anything bad about you. And we don't even have to make it mean anything bad about the community that you're in, whether it's a professional community, social community, familial community, religious community that dresses that particular way. We don't have to make it mean anything bad about them, and we don't have to make it mean anything bad about you. And if all the humans have full agency and authority and power to do as they wish in their human adult bodies, then so do you, my friend. Because some of you have dramatic flair and flamboyance and texture and play and color and things that you want to love and embrace, and you're just not giving yourself that gift, the pleasure of that, because you decided somewhere along the way that you weren't allowed to like what you like. And you weren't allowed to dislike what you don't like. So this is your full permission slip. Really be honest about what you don't like. And then I really want to talk about a second prong here. Once we've allowed you the space and the grace to vocalize that and not make it mean anything about you or anything about other people who dress that way, then this frees you up to look at what remains. If we know, in this instance of my client, she doesn't really like very feminine, frilly, preppy things, then we have a direction. What is the opposite of that? A little masculine, a little edgy, definitely not frilly, lots of texture, some metal. Ooh, things just got interesting. Like now we can go play. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is number one, embrace the permission slip to fully decide what you don't like and own it. Make a list, if you will. You know, I love a good list. 2, what are the opposites of these things that you don't like? Because that might be revelatory in terms of what you do. And then go play. This does not have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right. Not required. Go experiment, go play, go have fun. And maybe, just maybe one day, you can revisit the list of things you don't like and decide all over again. All right, loves, go play, go have fun. Stay tuned. I will see you here next week for the next in our Style Struggle series. Miss J out.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. To learn more about how to work with me, go to judithgaton.com. Click on the Start Here button to get access to my free personal style class. I give you a quick style win, a confidence boost, and you walk away with the tools to start getting stylish. Who doesn't love that? See you there. Miss J out.